Hi, so we're working on escape rooms. This is going to go through a linear escape room that uses Google Forms. And so you can see I already have it set up. I'm just going to go over some of the components. Okay, so you've already opened up your Google form. Let's go to settings. I want to make sure I collect email responses and response receipts always. I'm going to uncheck limit to one response because I'm going to be testing this out and checking it for bugs, and I'll need to try it as a student more than one time. Once I give it to the students before I assign it in Google Classroom, that's when I'll change this. But for now, I'm leaving that blank. And edit after submit is usually a pretty good way to go. Presentation, I like showing the progress bar. I'm not going to shuffle the question order. That's up to you. If you want to do that, you can. And I'm going to show a link in case they don't finish in class, that they can, go back to it. I'm going to make sure this is make a quiz, make sure that's turned on so that it will auto grade. And that's very important. That's one of the reasons we use Google Forms is it can auto grade for us. Okay, and then you can decide if you want them to see correct answers or not. Sometimes for escape rooms, I don't want them sharing answers, so I'll leave this blank, but it's up to you. Particularly if they're working in teams, it's up to you. Okay, so I've already added my images and themes. Remember, that's under the little paint palette. You can choose the image from their selection and get out of this. Choose your background color. You can make it whatever you like. And again, I like making the background, whatever the choices are, the darkest I could. Okay. I'm going to go back to that one. Okay. And you have a few choices. I'm going to leave this basic. Okay, so I have my image. I put my title. I don't have much of a backstory in this one. That's really up to you. This one's like, celebrate our planet, escape the gloom, are you ready? So I didn't put a lot of time into that. It's up to you. What's important is the backstory, the narrative, the driving force, or is it really just sort of reviewing the content as you go along? I did put in a GIF here at the beginnings. Again, I want that engagement. In fact, I want to center that. So I clicked on it, and I'm going to get center aligned. I think it just looks nicer. If you forgot how to get a GIF, so GIFs would be the images. So let's say I want a new piece of text. I'll show you how I did that. Have you hugged our planet today? Let me scroll down so I can see it a little better. Oh, and I want to, actually, no, let me get rid of that. I want to make an image there. So let's put add image. Okay. So we want to add a GIF. GIFs you're not going to find them here. So I'm going to open a new tab up here, however you do that on your computer. And I like going to Giffy. Now the Giffy does have an extension, but I have better luck with the actual website myself. Okay, and I look for a hug the planet. We'll see what comes up. Okay. There we go. So not seeing the one I had before, but that's okay. Let's say, here we go. I'll click on that one. You do have to click on the one that you choose. And if I'm doing, if you have a personal computer where you can just, drop and drag it to your desktop, great. If not, if you're probably using a school computer, you're going to right click and save image as. And I'm going to Giffy Earth Hug, so I remember. And make sure you know where it's putting it. Let's say I'm going to put it in my documents. Make sure you know where it's going, because you're going to have to find it in a minute. Oh, and I spelled Earth wrong, so let's do that. And I'm going to save it. So I'm saving it to my computer. That means a Chromebook where you can't save your work or download your work won't work. You really need a personal computer or a Mac. Okay, so I've saved it. Now I can go back. And now it's going to be there. I'm going to browse. And documents. There it is. Get that out of the way. Okay, and again, I like centering things, so I click on those three dots, I center. Notice if you don't like that, you can go back and change it, click change, and you can upload something else. Okay, I'm gonna keep that. And you can give it a title, like have you hugged your planet? That's how I can get a GIF in there. Okay. Now I kind of like the one I had already. There, either one. I'm gonna get rid of this for now since I already have one. But that's how you would insert a GIF. And notice I have my full name, and since I have multiple periods I'm giving this to, I like having them select what period they are in. Okay. And that's the end of the first section. I added sections. Remember adding section right here, these two bars. This is how I add a section. So let's say I'm here. I want to add a section underneath. There you go. Okay. So that's how you would add the section. If you want to delete the section, right, I don't need it. I already have my lock one done. I'm going to delete by those three dots. Let's take a look at some of the things I put in my escape room. Again, this is just a plain image. Just the same way that you can upload the GIF, I can upload an image. Videos, remember uploading videos is here. And remember, they should be YouTube videos. So again, they're going to be watching a video. They're going to be reviewing content. I'm using this as a test review or quiz review. So they have to watch the video, and then there'll be just a regular multiple choice question, right? Or drop down question in this case. That's our first puzzle. I kept it easy at the beginning. I give them in the next section just a little like keep going, some positive feedback, and then their next lock, which is an infographic that was again just an image. And if you want to change the image, click on it, click out, and then you can make it centered and you can change it. If I wanted to change it to something else, they're going to use the infographic to again answer, in this case, checkbox question. And they're only going to check one box. Right? Check only one box was my hint to them. Okay, and then my next section again gives them that positive feedback. Keep going. They have a little tiny article to read to get their next clue. Again, this was a checkbox. Check only one box. Okay, keep going. Now here's where I start getting more like secret puzzly. Okay, so this is a snote. So I give them a link. Now for them, this link they'll be able to click on it live. Since I'm in editing mode, I will not be able to do that. It's not a live link at this point, but I can show you what they're going to. And it's load a little slow. So a snote is a secret note. Snote, get it? So they'll give them this. Okay? And they need to tilt it and kind of play with it. Can you see that? It says, what a? What a wonderful. You might have to tilt it some more to see it. There we go. Wonderful world we live in. So again, once they tilt it to the right angle, that note will come alive. So what? Yeah. And I have to put it together. Wonderful world. Wonderful upside down, but that's okay. You guys get the idea. And I have a tutorial on how to build those. It doesn't take very long. Okay, back to, so they would use that to get the clue. What a wonderful world we live in. Again, more positive feedback. Our next puzzle is literally a jigsaw puzzle, a digital jigsaw. And then also give them a link to go to. If they don't know what the animal is in the puzzle, they can use the second link. And again, these links would be live for the students once you're in that mode. But when you're in teacher mode, they're not live links. You got to copy and paste. So let me grab all of it though. So I'll show you what this jigsaw planet. I like using jigsaws a lot. They're easy to make, and I think they add a little fun. Okay, so they literally will drag the pieces together. And they keep going until they build the animal. And then once they see the picture, some of them might know what the animal is. Others might need to use that other link to do so. I'm not going to build the whole thing, but you guys get the idea. And you can make it less pieces. I made it 24 pieces right here, but you could make it 9 pieces. You don't have to, go crazy. And again, all of this, how to use this, is in the slideshow about ideas for puzzles. So jigsaw puzzles. So I gave them, right, this will be a live link they click on, and once they build it, if they still don't know what the animal is, I give them another link with most endangered animals, and they could go through there and they'll see that it is Sayola. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but there you go. Okay, and Morse code. So, right, a little bit more of that story, right? We're saving the planet. NASA's going to help us out. I give them the key, and I give them the same quote code twice. I like to, sometimes it's hard for them to see on the same page, so I like putting it in 2 places. Okay? And again, they're going to use the key to go through and come up with the last clue. Again, I end with a sort of a celebration. That could be a video. I like using GIFs, but just something that's like a great positive feedback. You did it. Good job. As you go through. Okay, I'm going to take a look at a couple other digital escape rooms I've made. This one uses the narrative of a roller coaster. A chemical reaction graph looks very much like a roller coaster. So it was a good analogy. Everybody likes roller coasters, I think. Right? Maybe you don't like watching them. Maybe you don't like riding them. You like watching them. That would be me. I'm terrified. And I go through. I give them information to review. Again, I use this as a test review, I believe. And they go through. Again, I keep going with that narrative, and I keep having those images to keep them motivated and going. Hopefully, interested in what's coming next. But I'm relating the whole thing to chemistry. Okay. Also, I put some fun questions in here. Right? They have links. They help them out if they forgot things. Links to reviews. A lot of images for them to read. And again, just stuff to keep it more interesting, fun. Hopefully, they're making larger connections. And at the end, this is a video. Again, you see this is not a GIF because it's static. This is a video where they get to ride the full roller coaster there at the end. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, I think you get the idea. Let's look at one last one. This one really had a lot, again, and a big backstory, another big analogy between bonds. And this one, the story relates bonds to like handcuff bonds or, physical bonds. They're going to be a magician coming up with a new trick, a new act. So there's a lot of backstory there. And we're going to relate bonds to being a magician, so to speak. And again, you can see the questions aren't a lot of puzzles at the beginning. They're pretty straightforward. Because this one was really designed for review. When it's not like a multiple choice kind of question, remember, you're going to click those and it's going to be a response validation. Notice I've kept the answer short, and I think this is important, give them choices. Okay? Why make them guess about the format? Right? If your short answer is, I don't know, I love calculus so much, they might put in different spacing than you, they might add a comma, why frustrate them about the formatting, right? Give them possibilities, right? Try to be really clear about what you're looking for, or don't use short answer. Those are some ways to go. But when I do use short answer, I try to give them choices. So it's almost like a multiple choice. But it does make them read the whole question. Again, way more of the story in this one. And more response validations. Again, keeping those answers simple. GIFs, I think, really can add a lot. It keeps it more game-like by having those moving images. Okay, and again, ending the backstory, trying to wrap things up, and congratulating them. So those are some ideas. Again, there's a lot of different kinds of puzzles. You can add a lot more different kinds of puzzles to your escape room. So you might want one that's more puzzle heavy, or one that's more like story based. That's going to be really up to your creativity. Okay, so again, I hope this helped. If you don't not sure how to create certain questions, again, go review the tutorials from WebQuest. The same process, right? Or you can ask me. Okay, good luck.